What's poppin', everybody, and welcome to PDL Season 5 Game of the Week, hosted by yours truly, Snowy Kurama, your coach of the Chicago White Sox. And today I'm going to be doing things a little bit different starting off. We're going to feature two battles. I know, two battles, even though it's a Game of the Week. But here we are with the first battle. This is between Sweet But Psyduck, coach of that being my girlfriend Destiny, who was really wanting me to cover this battle. Although it was no just pure idea of her own, I thought she did really well in this battle against the coach of the Toronto Star Raptors, Mitch. And then we'll get into the other battle after this. So here we have her team, which comprises of Mienshao, Mega Gyarados, Alola Ninetales, Tapu Bulu, Raikou, and Gligar versus Mitch's Charizard X, Hoopa Unbound, Jolteon, Passimian, Donphan, and Chansey. Now let's get right into this battle. If you guys like this type of content, please press that like, hit that subscribe if you have not already and want to see more PDL and other showdown things. And let's get right into the game of the week, or a game of the week, rather. So we start off here, we have Donphan versus Ninetales, probably thinking that she's going to set up a Veil, but she actually sends out a Blizzard, and it was a crit. That's like the freaking play one of the day. And then Ninetales outspeeds Charizard, of course, so we're gonna slow this buddy down. My enunciation game is not as well as it used to be on post. So, yeah, as you can see there, she used Blizzard again on that Charizard because of that crit, that massive crit that kind of defined the rest of the game. And then Mitch goes out to his Passimian, which I believe is Scarfed, seeing how it outsped the Alola Ninetales. Hit Gunk Shot, super effective damage, Oko the Ninetales, of course. And then we're gonna move on. Shut the fuck up. Move on. She sends out her Tapu Bulu. Switches out into Gyarados to get that Intimidate drop, probably. Gunk Shots again, because, you know, there's a Bulu in front. Why not? Gyarados seems to take that pretty well. Jolteon comes out, and then we see a Mega Evolution on the Sweet But Psyduck side, and a Dragon Dance. Because I'm pretty sure she's probably thinking that Mitch wasn't going to stay in with the Passimian, saying how Gunk Shot was going to be a 4-hit KO, actually. Yeah. So I guess the Dragon Dance was a really good play there, which allowed Destiny to go ahead and knock out the Jolteon. And here we see Hoopa Unbound coming out. Waterfall takes care of that frail-ass Hoopa, just like it did the Jolteon. And then out comes Chansey, the pink blob. Chansey here is going to eat up every hit that comes across it, toxicking the Gyarados as well. We're going to go ahead and speed it up to normal. I think I'm getting the groove. Grassy Terrain goes down, and she, at this point, keeps attacking into the Chansey, even though it's clearly not gonna die, which is fine. She goes out into Mienshao, and then Mienshao hits it up with that Fighting MZ, all out pummeling. I believe it's Z high jump kick, if I remember the set. And then Mienshao goes down to the close combat after taking out that Chansey. Gyarados comes out here, and the reason to that is she kind of messed up, because she didn't realize that Gyarados is part dark, and Passimian is fighting and Scarf, so there's no way to outspeed to kill. So Gyarados goes down to the close combat, which I don't really think Destiny needed the Gyarados at this point anyway. It was just extra points for Mitch to go ahead and grab. Tapu Bulu comes out here, and then Mitch goes out into Donphan on the Wood Hammer. sturdy Donphan, of course. Tapu Bulu takes a lot of the recoil, but it doesn't really matter because of the grassy terrain. Goes out to the Passimian, Woodhammer knocks it the fuck out, taking more from recoil, and then that is the game. Lots of good predictions. Not really predictions, but lots of good, some decent plays from Destiny. Coming in with the Dragon Dance and the Gyarados and Blizzarding turn 1 rather than setting up the Veil. And the fight it in Z for that Chansey was great prep for that. So, yeah, I guess you could say I'm proud of my baby for winning her first battle. And now let's get into the next one. And we're back for the next game of the week. We have the Control Altaria Elite led by Mancha versus the Balls of Steel led by Will. Now Mancha brought himself the Mega Altaria, Kyurem, Xurkitree, forgot the name, Ferrothorn, I don't know why I'm forgetting names, Galvantula, and Volcarona versus Will and his team of Mega Garchomp, Lycanroc, Dusk, the Zeraora, Alomomola, Skarmory, and Salazzle. And here we freaking go. Will sends out Salazzle, Skarmory, and then we need to pause real quick. Will sends out the Skarmory, and Mancha goes out to lead Galvantula. I'm forgetting all types of names. I don't know why. Anyway, that stuff happens. Mancha leaves off with a Volt Switch to get on out of there. I'm pretty sure Will is expecting a Sticky Web off of that, but thankfully he lives with the Sturdy. I don't know what he does after that. Whirlwinds the Xurkitree out into his demise, I'll just say. Dragon dances up with the Mega Altaria, and here's why you should not be passive in front of this thing. I didn't know that it ran. Oh, we're not there yet. Anyway, Will protects with his Alomomola. Okay. I guess he's just going for the kill. It's been a little bit since I watched these battles. Anyway, Will protects. That's the thing I kept trying to mention. I looked up the current Mega Altaria set. I did not know it ran Refresh, probably to get rid of burns from Rotom Heat and UU, as well as Scald from maybe Primarina. Even though if I was a Primarina, I'd probably Moonblast instead of Scald. But any type of burn or status or anything. I think Refresh heals Paralysis, Burn, and Poison. Which of course I can't really heal Sleep considering it's asleep. So yeah, very, very nice use of Refresh there. I thought it was some tech, but it turns out that's just the set that it runs nowadays in the ladder. Anyway, Alomomola gains back health with that Wish that I missed a little bit ago. And then we just, another Toxic as well as a return from the Altaria. Altaria roosts, of course, and then Will just keeps getting passive with his Alomomola. So Mancha can just go ahead and set up Dragon Dances over and over. Healing the Refresh, of course. And I think it's safe to say at this point what might happen next. We just see more heals, more refreshes, more Dragon Dances, more protects, more wishes until it's time to get the +3 or +6, nope, +5, and then take out the entire rest of Will's team. And that's why you're not passive against a setup mon like that, especially when it clearly can heal itself. A way that Will could have stopped this is if he went ahead and used a poison move on the Salazzle, seeing how it lived the Fairy-type Pixelate return. But did I keep saying Play Rough? I might have. Return and Play Rough look the same, and it's Fairy-type move. So replace every instance of Play Rough that I said with Return. But Will said later in the group chat that he was predicting a Ferrothorn switch, which I guess isn't a bad idea, but Mancha didn't necessarily need to switch in order to do the damage that he needed to do. Plus, I think unless Will was max attack specs, we would have seen it live according to the Smogon suggested set for Altaria. Anyway, that is the games plural of the week. What did you guys think of these games? How would you have played these differently? You know, if you had these teams, leave a comment down below saying what you would have done, blah 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 blah. And I guess we can get into the kill leaders and whatnot for the week. Sure. Let's see. Yep, right here you can see the Altaria from Control Altaria. The elite is the Silver League lead killer, whatever you want to say. Going next is Azumarill from the Florida Flygons, which was a contender for Game of the Week, as well as Hippowdon from Mawile Mega Mawiles. And then Death Leaders, they're just in order from alphabetical. And over here in the Gold League, we have the Simeon on Mitch's side on the Toronto Star Raptors, getting the kill leader on this side, which does argue a Game of the Week considering there's a kill leader over here for that match too. And then Kartana from the Great Backs of Ludos, my Araquanid, of course. And then, you know, these are just in alphabetical order. So yeah, that wraps up week 1 of the PDL. I'm hoping to see even better matches in the weeks to come, even more contenders for this little game of the week thing that I'm starting up. So yeah, like this video if you have not already, of course. Subscribe if you're new to the channel and you want to see some more content, Pokemon related, at least right now, of course. With all that being said and more, this has been your boy, Snowy Kurama. See you in the next video. Goodbye.